Tough time of the year to see layoffs, but they're happening at Western Montana Mental Health Center, and they're prompting protests by employees who say they were treated unfairly.
MTN's Augusta McDonald has more on their situation and the patients who are now left without their care.
Governor Steve Bullock's budget cuts this year eliminated millions of dollars in targeted case management for adults with severe, disabling mental illness or substance use disorder through cuts to the Department of Public Health and Human Services. Western Montana Mental Health Center, which contracts with the state to deliver these services, says they were directly affected by the cuts and are why they laid off 16 Missoula County case managers and aides effective January 2nd. The Montana Mental Health Workers Union that represents these employees filed multiple complaints this week about unfair labor practices against Western Montana Mental Health for failure to bargain in good faith.
You know, the majority of employees just wanted some type of protection or say, like, if we get laid off because state funding is so bad, you know, what do we get? Do we get a severance package? That's kind of what a lot of the initial language was.
Early Monday morning, dozens of people gathered to picket in front of WMMHC Administrative Building on Russell Street. Union organizers say their newly formed union is gathering steam after state budget cut discussions this summer and fall prompted layoffs and uncertainty among case managers and community-based rehab workers. Organizers told me more complaints would be filed later this week for the mental health center's failure to bargain in good faith. These caseworkers say their concerns are larger than whether or not they will get a severance package. They also want to be a part of what happens next at Western Montana Mental Health as critical case management services go away and hundreds of people are now without care.
I had a client who, because of this news, did attempt to kill himself. Wasn't successful, but that's just beginning. You know, I don't know how many more. I've got people going into crisis, people calling me up, freaking out. How am I going to get to the doctor? How am I going to get to this? Next month I have, you know, cataract surgery. I can't, you know. I don't know who's going to do that. I don't know what to tell them.
Western Montana Health Center released a statement about the layoffs saying we have written editorials, testified, and attended legislative sessions to explain to the state what the cuts would mean to community mental health centers, their clients, and their staff if the budget cuts went through. Unfortunately, the cuts were made anyway, and we are now in a place that none of us wanted to be. The center says they have group treatment programs they are planning to transition the people who will now be left without their case managers into. But these case managers told me the group solutions are not really workable for the clients they're supposed to serve, and that this community could see an increase in crisis situations like suicide attempts and homelessness once they lose their in-home and community-based care. Reporting in Missoula, I'm Augusta McDonald for MTN News.
The workers were given their pink slips last Thursday. They say they're now trying to give their patients the best information possible to make decisions about their own continued care.